Welcome back. A lot of business news I want to get to this morning, and Chad Livengood is with us here from Crain's Detroit Business. Chad, many things that we'll try to rifle through here real quickly. I want to start with homecoming. Crain's just, again, hosted this year's edition, which I can't remember how many years you all have been doing this.
6 years.
6 years now. This thing has been a big success on a lot of different levels, but every year brings with it its own set of highlights. What was this year's highlight of the expats coming back?
So we bring in about 250 former Metro Detroiters, people who have gone on and done big things in their careers in business and music and the arts and sports all over the world. And this year's theme was really focused on, okay, if you want to re-engage in Detroit, one of the areas that we need help in is helping rebuild Detroit's black middle class. And bringing back folks who went to the suburbs with the white middle class flight as well,
right,
and reestablishing that. So we focused a lot on entrepreneurship, things that are going on in the city, places where people can think about, maybe even imagine themselves getting involved in or investing in the city. And then also we had a lot of theme. We had an interesting interview on stage with Ken Buckfire. He was one of the architects.
You wrote a column about him. Yep.
Yeah, and my column focused on how Buckfire really says Detroit's got to get a handle on the 40 square miles of vacant land in this city and what to do with it. It's a multi-decade decision, but it's really going to affect sort of the make or break of this bankruptcy 5 years after we got out of bankruptcy.
And there's really no model to follow. Nobody else has ever had that kind of canvas.
Nobody has a canvas or a playbook, but we could actually create it. And Buckfire seems to be sort of needling Mayor Mike Duggan's administration here to really start thinking broadly about a bigger agenda for that land.
We had some interesting economic news breaking while they were all here. As you and I are recording this conversation, we've still got a strike going on, which it seems to me that with General Motors and the UAW, the decision by GM over Cobra and healthcare coverage was one of those, well, that escalated quickly kind of moments.
Yeah.
Are we in for a long one?
It does look like that, and it gets even more precarious. We are a week out from a potential government shutdown in state government. If we get to October 1st and there's not a state budget, we could have a partial or full state government shutdown, and the specter of a UAW strike and a government shutdown all at once. And the economists already said if we get to day 10 of this strike in next week, we will have a single state recession on our hands. And so there's a lot riding here. It's not just about GM, not just about the UAW workers and their benefits. Obviously, when the UAW or the GM yanked back those health care benefits, that inflamed a lot of people and created some sympathy for the union. This is really one of the first modern strike of our times that is also being played out in social media. Think about all the strikes over the years, the newspaper strike, the other UAW strikes over time in this town, that they didn't have the power of social media.
Had actual literal megaphones in those days.
So there are millions of megaphones now that add to this equation, and how that plays, General Motors has to be watching that.
Yeah, really good point, and especially as we watch what happens in Lansing here as we get close to a shutdown. Amazon brought Detroit two interesting pieces of news this week. First off, 1,500 jobs coming to the former Silverdome site, which has just vexed Oakland County officials and Pontiac leaders for so long. This is a pretty good answer, it would seem.
Yeah, since the Lions left town, well over 15 years ago, this has been one of the key things that the late Brooks Patterson was very focused on as county executive. And one thing that people just kind of looked at and said, that's never going to get solved. I don't believe it. I mean, just in a month's time, we've got the Shostak brothers have a plan for redeveloping and tearing down the Palace of Auburn Hills. And now the demolished Silverdome site is going to see new life with a distribution center, Amazon bringing in 1,500 some odd jobs, and really kind of filling in a big hole. Now you just got to get like the Northland Mall and Summit Place, and we'll start figuring out some other big.
Still a ways to go, but these are big pieces. The other interesting Amazon news: them ordering 100,000 electric vehicles from Rivian, a startup in Plymouth, which has yet to really produce a vehicle, certainly on any mass scale. This is fascinating. About what it tells us not only about Amazon but about Rivian.
Yeah, Rivian has attracted hundreds of millions of dollars of of venture capital investments from automakers. And so whether Ford or someone ends up actually doing that production work is yet to be seen. But there is a tremendous value here and tremendous opportunity for next generation autonomous or electric vehicles. And again, it always comes down to we've got the opportunity to do it here in Metro Detroit. That's why this strike is really kind of interesting in the fashion that this is a sort of legacy company legacy issue. And over here you got this brand new horse that's never done anything, and they're getting a massive contract. You got Mahindra is in the running, another company in Southeast Michigan. They're in the running to build tens of thousands of new post office vehicles.
Yeah.
So you have a bunch of new players to the game here who are really kind of reshuffling the deck in the automotive industry in Metro Detroit.
Puts it in great perspective. It's always good to talk to you, and I guess I'll see you on the lawn out there in front of the Capitol at midnight here coming up on September 30th.
We'll be
probably.
watching.
Yeah, you bet. Chad Lavengood from Cranes. We'll come back. We'll talk about Design Month in Detroit.